Hi guys, it is Shala. Welcome back to my channel. Now, today is another perfume video. Well, it's a cologne video. I taken a poll on Instagram and asked what people would be interested in hearing about, and what I got from the responses was a lot about men's fragrances. So if you have a specific scent, whether it's women's or men's, that you want me to review, or if you're looking for suggestions, just you have to let me know what you want specifically, either in the comments below or on Instagram, anything like that, or Twitter. I'll leave all my links below. But today, since there was some interest in men's fragrance, I'm going to give you 5 of my favorite fragrances for men. Now, I can't say top 5 or best of all time or anything like that, because when you're not wearing the fragrance, it becomes a little bit more subjective. One scent that might be great on one guy may not work for another guy. So it really becomes down to body chemistry and their own personal taste. However, these particular scents that I'm going to show you are in regards to the amount of men that they smell good on. They also, a lot of them work really well as androgynous scents for females who prefer a more masculine scent. And a few of them are just my particular personal favorites for men. So with that being said, I'm just gonna jump in. I don't have all of the products, obviously, because I don't wear a lot of men's fragrance. But I do have a few, and then of course everything I will put like a picture up so that you know what you're looking for when you go, if you're gonna go buy a present for a man, or if you can send out your boyfriend, husband, whoever to get a new fragrance. The first one I do have, it's right here in my hot little hand, and it is the Givenchy Homme, the red label. This is a really great fragrance, and this is probably my favorite fragrance for men, because it is like everything that I want in a man's fragrance. It is woody, it's spicy, it's a bit fresh, it's a bit citrusy, and it also has like a very nice kind of like floral tying it all together. You've got notes of coriander, you've got mandarin orange, you've got vetiver for green, you've got some lavender for floral and herbal. And then at the bottom you have cedarwood and laudanum, which is a very rich resin. It's a very rich resinous scent component that really gives a lot of depth to the fragrance. And so I found that the red label is absolutely phenomenal on almost everybody. There are also blue label and silver label versions of the Givenchy Homme, and they're not that particularly my taste. The red label is the only one I prefer. However, this particular scent is out of production right now, so it's not usually available in somewhere like Nordstrom's or Macy's, but you can buy it at fragrance discounters still. It's easily found on the internet, and I definitely recommend at least going, if you see somewhere that has it, like it's a fairly distinct bottle. If you see somewhere that has it, at least like get a sniff, or get a sniff on your man, because it is worth it. The next fragrance is kind of like a throwaway. Actually, it's not really a recommendation as one of my 5 favorites, but it's also a Givenchy fragrance that I have been enjoying since the red label Homme is not available as easily. I really do like the Givenchy Gentlemen only. This is just a little tester. Actually, I have quite a few testers of this scent, and I prefer the original. Maybe it's not the original, Gentlemen only intense, and I actually prefer this one, just the Gentlemen only, than the intense one. I just thought I'd throw that in there just in case you wanted to do a Givenchy fragrance but you couldn't find these don't smell anything alike, by the way. I should have maybe said that first. Anyway, that was really random. Another scent that I do have in my possession, and that I think that you really can't go wrong with, especially if you're buying it for a gift, is Giorgio Armani Acqua for men. It's a classic. This is a classic scent. It's been on the market for decades, and it's going strong. Oh, it's like just fresh and clean and slightly woody, citrusy, fresh, aromatic, marine, like Fragrantica has a marine accord, and I definitely see that. Like, you see in the ads when they're by the ocean and he's got like the sand and stuff on him, and yeah, that's really, you do feel that with this scent. But yeah, Acqua from Giorgio Armani, this is probably the only scent that I'm going to show you that you absolutely could get for anybody and it would work. Next one, I don't even have it. Oh, I forgot. This is one that was a real pain in my ass because I have so many roller balls of this scent. I think I have 3 roller balls of this scent. What it is Prada's Luna Rossa cologne. Now, for ages, Sephora was giving away roller balls of this scent, and so I just kept getting them, and I had them, and I didn't really sniff it, and then one day I did, and I was like, wow, that actually smells really good. The whole time thinking that I was smelling and wearing a woman's eau de toilette. Because there was nothing, I mean, Prada, it was Luna Rossa, that translates to red moon. There's nothing about that name, if you didn't know like where it came from in like sailing and stuff, there wasn't anything to indicate that it wasn't a feminine or androgynous scent. So this is probably one of my top picks for scents that can be worn by both men and women. It's really beautiful on the skin. It is fresh and it's very invigorating without being too like citrusy and painfully just like that like tacky feeling in the back of your throat. I get that sometimes when scents are too citrusy. Luna Rossa it's not, it's just pleasant. It's got great, like just a great head, and then why you gotta sound so dirty? It has a great head, and then it just a full body. It's like it is like a fine wine. Like perfume is like a fine wine. But it's got just in the notes, it's got lavender, it has mint, it has orange, it has the bitter orange, it has clary sage, which is great for fresh scents. The ambrette or ambroxan are both musk, chemical musk derivatives that are used to give oomph to your fragrance. And yeah, it's fresh without being like overwhelmingly fresh, and it's really nice. So highly recommend that. If you want to spend a little bit more, you will notice that these are all mass market scents. If you want to spend a little bit more on a fragrance, I recommend Bond Number 9 has a ton of really great scents for men, as well as really amazing like androgynous scents. But one of my favorites is Bleecker Street, and this is just a little sampler, but I have this because I had gotten it because I thought I was going to buy it, but it was just, it's so rich. Okay, and I don't mean like rich like that, but I mean like rich like rich. Like this scent smells like money. It smells like money, honey. And it better, because it is expensive, but it's not for me. I often wear androgynous fragrances, but this one is not for me. It is not feminine enough at all for me. But it's so sexy. It's just a sexy, like this is your sexy night out fragrance for your man or you, of course. Anyone can wear any of these scents. It does not have to be gendered at all. But this one is like insane. Let me see if there's the notes. It's classified as gourmand. It has a woody opening and it has violet leaf. It translates more green, kind of like lavender. Jasmine, vanilla, and then at the base has oak moss, patchouli, an amber, which is where the sex is coming. The sex is coming. I mean, I can't describe it as anything other than like a very sexy man. Like if I smelled, you know, those like Instagram accounts, they're like rich kids of Dubai or whatever. Like I feel like this scent, Bleecker Street from Bond No. 9, like this is the scent of those guys, like the rich, just like rich playboy types. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because it smells damn sexy and hot as hell. I do have one other one that I want to just shout out, because I was kind of going like in and out of adding it in, and I decided not to, but now I kind of want to talk about it a little bit, and that is from Dior. House of Dior does not have some of my favorite scents. I mean, I've put that out there, I think, in another video, but I don't love Dior scents. I'm not in love with them, but Sauvage, which I'll put a picture somewhere, Dior Sauvage, the new one, not the original and not the Eau Sauvage, is an excellent scent for men, especially a guy who is slightly non-traditional but doesn't want to smell like a head shop. It's beautiful. You've got top notes of black pepper and bergamot. You have some floral notes, a lot of floral like in the heart, and then at the base you have cedar, you have labdanum, again, these very rich, and ambroxan actually, these very rich scents that anchor it and make it very masculine. But the citrus that fades down to that more floral heart is something that is a little bit more non-traditional, or maybe like I should say neo-traditional with men's fragrance, where before a certain point in perfumery you didn't necessarily see designers playing with a lot of those more traditionally feminine elements, but as perfume became more of an accessory and less of a luxury, there's more freedom to play, I think, and that's not only in regards to fragrance, the fragrance creators, but the fragrance consumers. There's more choices and there's more options, and you can really start to learn what you like on yourself and also on your partner or a friend or spouse or a parent. And yeah, it's just, I mean, fragrance and perfumery is really amazing. So those are some of my suggestions for cologne scents for men, cologne scents for men and women, if you prefer to wear more masculine or traditionally masculine scents. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope to see you again, so subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to be back for my next video, which will also be a perfume video. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thanks so much, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.